Organizations win championships. A Chicago Bulls podcast with Jason and Dan Bernstein on 312 Sports.
OWC on 312, a big, exciting, scary time for the Bulls right now. We gave you our little special live version when we found out that Billy Donovan was indeed leaving, and the fact that there is a clean slate here now, an absolute clean slate for Michael Reinsdorf to recreate this organization as he sees fit. And I don't know that this ended up being entirely properly handled, but it's probably the best outcome.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Donovan realized with a new front office coming in that they should be the ones deciding who their head coach should be and who they want running their team on the floor. And so I don't understand why the Reinsdorfs, or Michael in particular, was so adamant on keeping Billy around for hiring the right guy. I don't think Billy wants to do that. I think that Billy wants to coach basketball. And for him to want to leave and not do this process with them in exchange for not coaching, for him to weigh those two decisions and say, you know what, I'm out of here. Who knows if they messed it up? So,
well, you use the word process, and what bugs me, and this is not hindsight, because I want the record to reflect that I was very clear in talking about this at the time. And when I read what Michael Reinsdorf emailed the Athletics' John Greenberg, and it seemed to say something much softer than, well, obviously the whoever's going to run the basketball side, they're going to keep Billy. Why wouldn't you want Billy Donovan? And he made the mistake that I think he made the classic mistake of litigation or cross-examination, where lawyers will say, never ask a question to which you don't already know the answer.
mm-hmm.
And I thought that when Michael's like, well, why wouldn't somebody want Billy Donovan around? Well, there might be reasons. There could be perfectly understandable, valid reasons why the next group would want a different coach.
100%.
And I don't think that was expected. And I don't, you can't as an owner just say flippantly, or not flippantly, glibly.
Glibly?
Well, why wouldn't somebody want Billy Donovan here?
Glibly mean?
Glib. Just without just saying it because it sounds good where it isn't.
Why do you know every definition of every word and you decide to throw it at me like a grenade? And
it's not a grenade. You know what glib means?
I've never heard that word in my life.
All right. Well, you've got dictionaries. You can look it up. You got a dictionary in your hand. But this idea of, well, why wouldn't somebody want to work with Billy Donovan? Well, maybe somebody wouldn't. And it doesn't mean they don't think he's a good coach, but maybe
they just want their guy.
Correct. And
that's all it is.
And the Bulls messed up. And I also think the presumptuousness of that mattered too. If I'm Billy Donovan, I kept like, wait, whoa. You're revamping the entire, and so this, you've laden me with extra responsibility here.
Yep.
You've now decided I'm going to matter probably a lot more than I want to matter. How much are you going to pay me? I've already been your spokesperson for.
That's exactly what I just said. Is
for
that
all this time.
He wants to coach basketball.
And it's at some point you're saying, well, why? Who knows if I want to stick around? Did they ask him? Did they say, hey, no matter what, we're going to make you're going to change your bosses. We may move personnel around. We may tank a year. Who knows? We don't really know what we're doing, but we know you're sticking around.
And as you said last week, if you were Billy, Billy's like, if I'm not getting paid more, what's going on here?
Yeah. And
you're asking me to do all this work and be a part of the search for the next general manager, president of basketball operations, whatever you want to
call
title him or her. It's just that shouldn't be Billy's job unless you're paying him for that to be part of his job.
And I can understand if he's like, hey, you guys are asking a lot of me here.
You're on your own.
I appreciate
Son?
the loyalty. You're on
your own.
I appreciate the loyalty, but I'm good. I've had a rough year. I'm going to take some time off and just chill for a little bit. I get that. So where I keep getting back to is the Reinsdorfs historically have a problem with being too loyal. And it's great if you are a lifelong employee of a Reinsdorf business, if you're not one of the forward-facing people, if you are part of, the overall bureaucracy and the support staff, it's great. You've probably got a job for life working for Jerry and working for Michael. And in some ways that's noble and old-fashioned, but not when it comes to the difficult, cutthroat decisions that have to be made in the competitive business environment of the sport itself.
Yep.
And the loyalty factor is my biggest worry right now. My worry is like, well, these scouts have always been here, or
the whole continuity thing.
Forget it.
It's just like,
yeah, and
you want to build a team that wins championships. Organizations win championships, and it starts from the top, especially in a situation like this where you made the decision to fire your front office and the coach decides to leave, even though you guys wanted him around, just because he's been there and there's, I guess, familiarity. Who knows who's going to be on the roster next year?
Yeah, I think Billy did everybody a favor.
Yes.
I really do. It's sort of like when Paxson did the same thing when he's like, look, I shouldn't be running this thing anymore. The Reinsdorfs rely on people underneath them to make self-sacrifices to help them. I mean, it's nice that they and I think they like each other. I think Billy loves the Reinsdorfs. I think they like Billy.
Sure.
And it's all great, but it's part of the problem.
It's a business.
It's part of the personal loyalty issue is part of the problem. And you need right now. I don't care how you find these candidates. I don't care where they come from. I don't care if I've ever heard of them before. And the ones I've heard of, fine, seem qualified enough. But get out of the way. Get out of the way and simply say, what do you need? That's the only question you should be asking Austin Brown or Matt Lloyd or anybody else. What do you need? And if they should be able to fire everybody on the masthead underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. There's nobody saying, well, we got to keep that person. Well, that guy's worked for me for 30 years. It doesn't matter. It does. Then shift that person to a personal business. That's one thing that owners can do. It's one thing the Wirtzes always did. It's one thing when you have other businesses. If this employee is so important to you, and then find another job within your organization.
It's like in politics.
Yes.
Sorry, I accidentally turned my mic off. It's like in politics when, if somebody's doing a crap job, you're like, I like this person. All right, let me demote them. Let me keep them around just because I think they're put them on the practice squad. Basically.
Yeah, or you don't want somebody else to grab them and you don't want to give away, make them sign an NDA or whatever it is.
Like that's fine. Just do everything you can to set everybody else around you that are making the basketball decisions. Just do everything you can to set them up for success.
You ask, what do you need, or what would you need? And you can't be like, ooh, that's expensive. Oh, we don't. That's not how we do business here. That's not how we've done business. I am so tired of that, and I believe Michael wants to win. I really do. I believe that, but I also believe that they're always held back by, well, we've done it this way, and we always like the way this part of the business works, and you have to be able to work with this person, or the way we do it, you got to be able to work with this person.
I think it's in Blades of Glory when Chaz Michaels or
you're
someone in that
Blades
movie.
of Glory?
Yeah, someone says, adapt or die.
Yes.
That's basically what's going on here.
Yeah, well, they're not going to die because the business itself is too strong. And if they want to keep whoever's in charge of Benny the Bull's popcorn, or whoever's in charge of your game day promotions and your dancers and all that.
That's not important. That's a mascot with popcorn, but that's not important right now.
I'm not worried about that stuff. But this person, if they say, Yeah, we need an entirely new scouting staff. That
Fine.
your people
get rid of
in
everyone.
Europe, they're not getting into your international scouting staff's all fired.
If you need to cry and give them a hug and talk to them for 20 minutes about how difficult this is, fine, do that. But if you want to win, win. And you owe it to the city of Chicago, you owe it to the fans, and you owe it to the guys on that are maybe going to stay on the roster, I guess. We'll see.
But even that, there's loyalty there too.
Yeah,
there's
didn't even. As I finished that thought, I just kind of thought, wait, hopefully there isn't loyalty to Colin Sexton now.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. But Giddey and Buzelis was a pet project of AK, and the next guy might say, yeah, I like him, but we'd be better off moving on at this stage instead of committing a contract. And here's where we think our money is going to be spent 5 years from now, and this is how we're going to do it, how we're going to get there. And look, Giddey's contract's tradable.
Yeah,
very much so. So don't get wed to any of these players, anybody that you like, anybody.
Right.
And that's the other thing about
except for Rob Dillingham.
Well, you can find a job in the Jason Bernstein organization somewhere for Rob Dillingham, but it may
he got his assist removed, by the way.
Oh, cool! I'm glad he did. So, do you get an assist, or do you get an assist removed? Because assist. Don't make faces at me.
God, this is why people hate you.
Oh, there's other reasons why they hate me.
Yes,
make no mistake about that.
You should give them more reasons. You should pull your pants down and just give them full moon action.
That's a reason to love me. That's not a reason to hate me. Then I'm going to just have. Are you kidding? If people would say
if everybody saw my ass, they'd be bowing down and saying we're not worthy.
No, they would say it's better than your face. Is what they'd say. They'd say you might as well show. But even though I have to say this,
ass face bear.
No, I he's everywhere. He doesn't care.
Nobody knows that bit. Have you ever explained that bit?
Ass face bear.
Have you ever explained ass face
bear? How
old
were you when it started?
8 or 9, something like that.
Younger, I think.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think you were younger because
you would actually put that bear on your ass and then
then put it on your face. Yes,
because you're a disgusting pig.
It was just on the outside though. But so I forgot which bear. It was this little bear, and when Jason wouldn't wake up for like kindergarten and first grade, you couldn't get him out of bed. That's when Ass Face Bear would show up, and then we'd sing the Ass Face Bear song. And it was the only way I could get you out of bed is if the bear would put its ass on your face. That was part of it.
Yes.
So that's why it was Ass Face Bear. But occasionally it would be extra special. When it would the Ass Face Bear's ass would touch mine and then touch your face, and that's how I had to get you out of bed.
You should have just said Ass Face Bear.
Ass Face Bear.
No, Ass Face Bear.
He's everywhere. He's over here. He's over there. He's in your hair. He's Ass Face Bear.
I'm glad the NBA draft is this good because the NFL draft tomorrow is not great.
No, thank you. It's bad. This is a bad draft.
It's terrible.
It's okay. We're going to cover the hell out of it and go live.
Think defensively, it's pretty solid, but offensively, it's awful.
Yes, we're getting off track. Nobody asked you about Ass Face Bear. Nobody asked you your thoughts on the NFL draft because nobody gives a shit.
I do.
I know you do. But if I had one wish to this entire new process, is that they get the process right from jump.
Well, they sure didn't.
And they got a chance now because Billy made the decision for him. God, they really did mess that up. Why? Whoever comes in's got to work with Billy. And you're like, oh, why? No, don't do that.
And Billy knows too. Like Billy's smart. The amount of Bulls fans that are happy that he left is ridiculous, saying Patrick Williams next or it's about damn time because Billy sucks. I hate that narrative that Billy sucks. He really doesn't suck.
No, I think he's a good
coach. He's a good coach, good dude, and it was AK and Eversley were the problem because they didn't construct a roster that Billy could do any work with. Mm-hmm. And when Lonzo Ball getting hurt is the reason why your one promising-ish year gets derailed. I mean, that's not a properly constructed roster.
Well, it's a critical time right now. They've got to get these people in place. You've got to really start to get a sense.
And you got 3 good picks in this draft.
Yeah.
Not assuming, lottery, whatever. Right now, they're projected to get the 9th overall pick. That Blazers pick is 15. 15. Like, if a Day Mara's there, I'm taking him right away.
I don't think he will be.
He might. Who knows? You never know. And what, 38th or something? That's not a terrible pick.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But
and they got another one at like 55 or whatever. But
whoever's coming in has to have a mechanism in place to identify and develop talent outside of just one day a year when you're drafting guys. This is the concept of building talent on a roster is more than the old ways of thinking. It's more than just for whom can we trade at the deadline, who can we entice as a free agent, and who can we draft. There are guys who sit on benches elsewhere. The Bulls have to upgrade every aspect, whether it's pro scouting overseas, college scouting, your pro personnel department, identifying other players on benches. Your midseason trades have to do with
they've lucked into Leonard Miller.
And so what? The rest they dribbled. The rest they dribbled down their leg, and that's because of bad pro personnel. That's because someone couldn't tell you, Jaden Ivey, he's on one leg and he's kind of a weirdo, and there's something might be wrong with him. Like, how hard is that as a scouting report? Like, you got to know that.
Yeah.
Whoever is out there in the field has to know that before you make some of these moves.
If you look at Rob Dillingham's hand, he has a cyst on his shooting wrist, and so it's hindering his ability to make 3-point shots.
But Anthony Simons, well, he's got some of his healing in his wrist. That's not all better anymore. Like, just have people in the field.
Nick Richards can't catch a ball.
Bad. Oh God. I'm not saying they didn't know some of this stuff, but you can't trade away half your team and end up with nothing. And they've essentially traded away half their team and ended up with nothing. And that's why people are fired.
And you look at what Kobe White did in that playing game, and you look at what Io's doing. Like, damn, man.
Io had a rough one the other night with the
he didn't shoot a lot though,
and he kept fouling 3-point shooters. And they kept going
Kobe
in.
Taught him that.
Yeah, there was just too much 4-point play action going on out there. I know. I'm not saying I'm not a fan, but this has to be a confrontation. This opportunity is for Michael Reinsdorf to ask the real questions. And it's not about how their business has been done or what's happening on the game operation side or the business side or ticket sales side. When you are talking about ball, it's what don't we know? What don't we know? Why don't we know it? And ask the people coming in, what don't you know? And how can we help you know it? What do you need? There's going to be some infrastructure spending here. There will have to be. Reinsdorf teams, both of them, have generally not spent on the high-end analytics side of their respective games. And now it's silly to even refer to it as analytics. It's just the basketball business. It's data, it's information. Get up to speed. Get up to speed. Get beyond speed. Do what teams are doing to have the same or more information as these teams, and the smartest possible people using that information to identify trends and identify players.
Well, Michael Jordan did this for the Bulls, and Michael Jordan did that, so we're going to use the same process.
Well, there's been a lot of that. That was the ultimate.
That's what I'm saying.
The ultimate winner's trap. And the other winner's trap that they have the trap. The
I just
winners,
feel like I'm providing ad libs for your rants right now, and it's fine. I just want to talk about LeBron.
Well, we're going to get to LeBron. Don't worry. We're going to get to everything we're seeing in these playoffs. I hope Wemby's okay, by the way. That looked really
concussion.
nasty.
Yeah.
It looked bad. Well, he was in concussion protocol. Was he diagnosed with a
concussion?
Okay.
He'll undergo further testing today.
Yeah, you got to give him at least a week, right?
Yeah, that really
It was bad.
screwed because Blazers are tough.
How
And
good
you got
is
like
yeah.
Drew Holiday, man. He's still good.
Okay, what is he chewing on?
I haven't noticed anything.
Okay, I want you to. He's got something in his mouth, and
wasn't it like a needle? Something that looked like a
no.
needle?
It look what it looks like
Or am I
is
thinking
one
of
of
somebody else?
those. It looks like one of those plastic tags on your clothing. Like
Yeah.
like the piece of plastic
that sometimes rip the tag and you have to snip
there's
it off.
there's just like a rectangle on one end and then just a T shape on the other end.
Yeah.
It looks like he's chewing on that, but I have no idea.
Man.
You don't want him to swallow it. Somebody elbows him in the throat. Something bad's going to happen.
You don't tell Drew Holiday what to do. That's a two-time champion, a really good player.
And Scoot Henderson is starting to look like what we expected out of Scoot Henderson too.
And Avdia is great.
Yeah, he is.
Kamara, he's everywhere defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And Thiago Splitter is doing a great job. Well, Wemby's hurt now, but they were doing a great job with him by just switching the looks, and because there were so many different guys on him. And so it wasn't just Klingon or just Kamara or Henderson. It was everyone. Mm-hmm. So it's just he has to deal with something different every single time. And I don't know if that's more of a mental thing or a physical strategy. My guess is both. But, like, they're well coached.
And I don't know if he's going to keep that job. I don't know if Thiago Splitter is going to keep that job. Yeah, not terrible. I mean, the guy was on a champion and played for Pop, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Was he there for Pop? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He got dunked on by LeBron.
There are.
But if I'm the Bulls and he's not there, that's worth a look if whoever they hire wants him or wants to give him a look.
That's what we don't know. And this also. Now, let me ask you this. Billy Donovan III has been the head coach of Windy City.
Mm-hmm.
Is he leaving too?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, G League MVP is on his team.
Mac McClung, G League MVP. I think, unfortunately, it tells you more about the G League than it tells you about Mac McClung, because as happens in other minor league sports, sometimes the best player in the minors is just not really a prospect. Mm-hmm. It's just somebody who can who can cook people at that level. It happens all the time, and I'm afraid Mac McClung might be one of those because I don't see prospect in that at all.
No.
And that's, the Bulls could do a better job. We always thought, when would Javon Freeman Liberty come out of there? We haven't seen anybody really produce.
I really liked Javon Freeman Liberty.
I know. And you loved Henry Drell.
I did love Henry Drell.
I want whoever is coming in now to make better use.
Like turn it into a real farm system.
Make better use of the Windy City Bulls. They're not just out there recreating in Hoffman Estates. You should have guys there really. What did it do for Dalen Terry?
Nothing.
What has it done?
I mean, Modest was down there for a bit.
Yeah, but he was also already a pro with Ignite. Remember, the guy spent a whole year.
Yeah.
So that I can say what you want about the Ignite program and what they thought, but I don't know. And I don't know how good Modest is going to be. I can't wait. He's good, but I can't wait to get new eyes on him. I can't wait to get new eyes on all of these people. And it's very possible that these new eyes could say, yeah, we like Giddey, but we're not going to win a title with him as our primary ball handler.
And that's okay.
And that exactly.
If they need to get worse next year, so be it.
Oh, if next year's a tank year?
Oh, yeah. Well, not with these new rules, you never know.
But
that's the thing.
If they said, look, you burned a lot of these first round picks. We're lucky to get one back here. We don't have enough assets, and we're going to need to get more.
You got 2 top 15 picks.
And somebody has to be okay with that. You can't be vetting these and say, well, there's no job for you here if you're going to tank next year. You can't do that stuff. And I hope they're not. I hope they're not.
I hope they're not either.
Well, all right. Now you wanted to talk about LeBron.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Pretty good. He's 41. I was watching the game with a few buddies last night, and they were just like, dude, put your penis back in your pants. And I just said, nope. Nope. He did that reverse windmill, and I lost my shit.
Well,
We had a split. We were able to have a split screen of 2 NBA games and 2 NHL games all at the same time.
How?
YouTube TV.
Okay.
And so we were just panning back and forth, and it was great setup, and it was just amazing. And then LeBron, man, and also in that first half, Kevin Durant didn't miss a shot. Like, you gotta appreciate these guys while they're still here. NBA basketball,
it's so good. It's so
fucking
good.
Awesome.
It's so good.
So good.
I will say that the playoffs have really made the point, I'm afraid, about some regular season games.
Oh, yeah, because it's getting chippy.
It's getting chippy. Guys aren't bitching at the officials. And I also think that now that we have playoff officiating, that they are doing a really good job, I think, with the no calls. They're allowing physical play.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's above the rim. You've got this
rim
above the rim. But this is just good high stakes stuff. And
you know what I want to see? I don't think it'll happen just because the West is so good. I would kill for a Lakers Timberwolves Western Conference Finals. I just want to see
full strength Lakers.
Yeah, Reeves might come back this round though, depending on how many games it lasts, and we'll see. And Luka it's Luka Doncic, man.
But what do we know? What do we know about him?
Not going to be back for round 1, confirmed.
And did he went to Europe to get some special treatment?
Voodoo. I don't know. I don't know, but I want to see like old man LeBron against like Anthony Edwards. I want to see Anthony Edwards, man. I love that dude. He does not bow down to anyone.
Nope.
Not even Barack Obama. Have you seen that?
No, what?
Obama. It was at the Olympics a couple of years ago, and Obama's talking to Embiid, and he goes, "This guy's pretty good, ain't he?" And talking about Edwards, and Edwards looks Obama dead in the eyes and just goes, "Y'all better stand down. I'm the truth."
Good for him.
He does not care. He does not care. He's a maniac.
Well, he also knows that his time is almost here. This next wave, when the guys were talking about, when LeBron and Durant and Harden,
Curry,
and we're saying goodbye to these all-time greats, these historic players. There's going to be a vacuum there, and he knows. Ant knows.
Yeah, and Luka, Shea,
Jokic is still.
Jokic.
He's going to be here for a little while, but
he's in Cade now. Cade's great.
Yep. Denny Avdija is going to have something to say too.
He might. He DeBonsa when he comes in. Who knows?
Easy now.
Flag.
Oh yes, flag. Yep.
Like there are a lot of dudes that are just waiting. And then playoffs, man. Let's go. Let's go.
So
splitting between the NHL and NBA playoffs last night, because there were 2 overtime games. It was electric. It was awesome.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could be watching hockey.
Well, you can go into full screen if there's a commercial, and Well,
you got to have somebody really good. Was it your TV?
Huh?
Were you in
charge? No. It was a big ass TV.
Okay.
No.
So I just don't know how much
Better
delay
in a big ass TV.
You need somebody who's really good at the remote that you can trust.
Oh, because Nolan does it all the time, so he was running the remote.
You're pretty good at it when you pay attention, so I don't mind you being.
It's different when it's on multi-view. I don't do that.
I don't mind you being flippy guy, but it's when you get on your phone and then you forget and you realize we've been watching a commercial for you. I'm like, what are we doing here? You're like, oh, I forgot, because you were texting somebody.
Let me text somebody.
Well, I know, because that's what you were probably doing. Who is the second oldest player in the league?
Lowry.
Oh, God.
Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
He's 40. Yeah.
And
Because Paul retired.
props too. Speaking of old guys, how about Marcus Smart last night?
Yeah. God, considering he's an old guy now, man.
How about Marcus
I remember
Smart?
when he was drafted.
25, 7, and 5 steals.
It's Marcus, former defensive player of the year.
I know that, but by the way, congratulations on the unanimous defensive player of the year to Wemby.
Well, I mean, he kind of deserved it.
And I would also say, give him that trophy, and he's going to keep it for the next 15 years.
Yep.
He's 22. He's 22. So if he plays until he's 41. Let's see. You're 20,
not at that height, unfortunately.
You'll be 40 when he's done.
Shut up.
Shut up.
And you'll be dead.
I will very likely be in a. Well, I won't be in a box on the ground. I'll be in an urn. I'll be ashes in an urn on your mantelpiece.
That I will pour into milk to make it chocolate milk like Cartman, and then have visions of you.
You don't want that. Or if you're doing it right, actually, you'll have me in a Folgers can. And then right?
Or like in a taxidermied fish.
No, you're in a Folgers can. Is there a Ralph's around here? It's our most modestly priced receptacle. That's a me. And then you just you throw it, and then it blows
throw in the ocean, and
face.
Well, not really in the ocean. On just straight on Jeff Bridges' face.
Sorry, he's just standing there.
I'm the dude, man.
Yeah, I need to see that again soon.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get to the showdown?
Sure, we can get to the showdown.
Good. I just noticed your shirt. That shirt's so stupid. Wait, what is that? It's DeMar and Zach. Zach Attack. And DeMar DeRozan. Look at us. We're good for half a season. You should have half a t-shirt.
Let me go first.
It should only be like one half of a shirt.
Let me go first.
Okay.
So we talked a little bit about Kobe White. We mentioned Conk Nipple. I saw this the other day, and it just made me laugh. So the Hornets Bobcats franchise since the 1999 to 2000 season have had only 5 players make an all-star team.
Wait, since what year?
2000. I've only had
5?
5. That's it. And one of them made it 3 times. Everybody else only made it once as a member of the Hornets.
Kemba
Walker was the guy who made it 3 times.
Right.
Correct.
Did Emeka Okafor?
He did not. I thought he did, but he did not with the Hornets.
I thought I had it.
Or Bobcats. There's
I
only
had it.
one. Well, excluding Kemba, there's only one Bobcat on here.
All right. Okay, so it's Hornets and Bobcats making all-star teams. Holy shit, this is hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's a big, right?
No. There's
No?
1 forward and 3 guards.
No, I'm wrong. I knew Kemba was like the only buddy.
No, there's 1 more that you should get. And everybody else, you could get it, but it's tough.
Hornets. Oh wait, was Chris Paul there? No.
New Orleans, different franchise.
Yeah.
So no, it's a different franchise. Doesn't count.
That's right. It doesn't count.
No, think recent.
Well, recent. They had Knipple. They had Miller. They have had. I'm trying to think of their.
It was like 2-3 years ago, something like that.
Charlotte's good players.
Easy. Like think easy. When you think of the current Hornets, you think of this guy.
Oh, LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball.
He was an all-star?
Yeah, a couple of years ago. He was an all-star.
Shit.
So now the other three,
I'm probably
good luck.
Yeah, I'm probably out. I forgot that LaMelo made a team. So my God. Kemba, LaMelo. It's got to be early 2000s.
There are two early 2000s and one in 2010.
I'm never going to get that one.
Good player, you know.
Yeah, but it's not like baseball where there has to be, and also like somebody has to really earn.
Yeah.
Good player. In 2010, a good player.
Good player. Like, you know, like he could go, toe-to-toe with Danny Granger on a given night.
There's okay.
Hey, don't disrespect Danny Granger. He was nice.
I love Danny Granger. I got a big laugh out of Danny Granger, actually, because I talked to him on the air right when they were trading all the black guys out of Indiana. And no, I'm serious. We introduced, I hear just joining us. I said, is the last black man on the Indiana Pacers, and he starts cracking up, and he's like, "Y'all are crazy." And I'm like, "Do they make you like turn the lights out when all the other brothers leave, and you're the last one there, just surrounded by white people?" And he was just laughing because it was true. We weren't sure why this was all good. It was like the Tyler Hansborough era.
Mike Dunleavy.
I don't know what was going on there, but they liked it. All right, so I want to not the other guy, not the guy you were talking about the other person. It had to be early 2000s.
One was in 2000, the other was in 2002.
All right, in 2000. So it was a guard.
Both are guards.
And
I'd say like combo guards type deal.
I don't know.
You know,
I have no idea.
All right. Eddie Jones made in 2000 with the Hornets.
Eddie Jones. Okay.
In 2002, you got Baron Davis.
Yes. Okay.
And then in 2010, you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Gerald Wallace made an all-star team.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't.
Yeah. That's a sad franchise.
God.
He was all defensive first team that season as well.
Gerald Wallace, Baron Davis, and Eddie Jones. Is Baron Davis still dating Laura Dern?
I don't know.
It was just a very interesting couple. I thought, okay, so mine, that's a really good question. I don't know what made you think of that, but I like that. All right, so here's mine. Now, LeBron last night.
Yes, LeBron question.
Yes, LeBron last night had what would
28, 8 and 7, right?
He had 28, 8 and 7.
Yeah.
So the
D1 LeBron Glazer over here.
The marks we're using here are 25, 5 and 5. Okay? You'd consider that a really solid game of a minimum of 25 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now,
are you talking 25 and
No. 25 points, 5 boards, 5 assists.
Okay.
All right. So 25, 5, and 5.
Yeah.
How many playoff games? You have to get this within plus or minus 5.
Mm-hmm.
How many playoff games has LeBron had in his career of at least 25 and 5?
I hate to tell you this. I saw this on Instagram earlier today. Isn't it 153? Is that right?
It's 155.
Okay.
Okay, but now, do you know?
I saw he's had like 80 after 30, 75.
75 before 30.
And Jordan is at like 70 or 73.
70
next closest.
73 total.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
I was so excited.
I didn't know
about
you were going to
this.
do that question. It just popped up on my Instagram today.
Oh, I was so excited about this.
I'm sorry. I ruined it.
No. It was for you
That's an accident. That it was on my suggested feed. I don't think that's your fault. That's not my fault.
No, it happens.
I mean, if you want to come up with another question,
nah, that's all right. I thought you would love this one. But let me just repeat this.
Yeah,
LeBron James, before turning 30, had 75 playoff games of 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Pretty good.
He had 80 of them after turning 30 for a total of 155. He had 2 full seasons.
Careers, not seasons.
But I'm saying the equivalent of like 2 full seasons, regular seasons of these games. It's beyond the scope of imagination. It really is. It's incredible.
He's the greatest player ever. Fight.
Duh. No, I'm not going to. All right. That's going to do it for this edition of OWC. Thanks for being a part of it. And my hope is that we're going to have more information on some of these candidates when we talk more, that the interviews will have begun. We're going to hear some of the information leaking out. And also, if these candidates are attached also to coaching candidates. So as we start to hear, you will know. If there is breaking news, you'll always get it here for Bulls Stuff. And that's going to do it for, what are we at? I don't even know what episode this is, of Organizations Win Championships, a Chicago Bulls podcast on 312 Sports.
Organizations Win Championships, a Chicago Bulls podcast with Jason and Dan Bernstein on 312 Sports.